Next up, we have April Lewis, CEO of April Lewis Academy. April uses her extensive training and leadership background to help people and organizations transform from the inside out. Welcome to the stage, April.
Bless you, bless you. It's an honor to be here. Thank you, Jason, for having me. Thank you all. Thank you to whomever is going to watch this, read this, wherever it's going to go. I just pray that the words that have been shared, that will be shared, will bless each listener right where they are. Jeremy said it best, like, we are still in the fight. It would be, and Sarah, your beautiful message, I honor you, I see you, I send you so many virtual hugs. We're still in it. And freedom, I love that word. I tell people jokingly, but serious as a heart attack, that I am a direct descendant of Harriet Tubman. Like, if I had the mindset that I have now, back then, like, I'm looking to run. You may fight me, whatever, but trust and believe. I am looking to run because freedom is my number one personal value, because I know what being trapped feels like. So, in the universal law of duality, like, I know the bright light and I know the darkness. And so when I got connected to Jason, which was very recently, soon as I heard the word freedom, like, I stopped listening and was like, yes, because I'm like, yes, let's get everybody on the freedom train. And what I know for sure, without knowing every person that's going to be a receiver of these messages, is that you do want to be free. And I've deduced it to four things: that you want to be free in your mind, you want to be free in your body, you want to be free in your spirit, and you want to be free in your bank account. And you have to fight to get all this. And I had to have bank account because we need our coins. Like, let's just be honest. Like, this world goes around with the currency of money. And it's interesting because if you aren't free in your mind, your body, your spirit, and your bank account can suffer. If you aren't free in your body, if you are, have dis-ease and, in your body or pain, then your mind and your bank account and your spirit can suffer. We're all integrated. So what God has called me to do is help people see the depth and the complexity and the multiple layers that we are living in as humans in this time and space. And the reason God called me to share that message is because, like Jeremy said, nobody told me that you are deep. You got a lot going on. You're not just your physical body. You're not just your gifts. You're not just your talents. You're not just your look. You're every single thing that makes a human, which means mind, mood, emotions, thought, pain, suffering, lack, joy, abundance. And so when I was introduced to what I call the great tragedy in 2006, I had this notion that I could just wake up one day and be okay because I was over it and I wanted to feel better. And I had this notion that, well, this tragic thing happened. It sucked. But I don't want to be in this state of pain. So I'm going to wake up and it's going to be a bright day and I'm going to be good. Not knowing that that great tragedy that happened in 2006 got lodged in my central nervous system. So anything that reminded me of said great tragedy, I would feel it. I would be responsive to it. So by God's grace, I realized that I had to go piece by piece to find my peace. I had to literally dissect each part of my body and do what I also feel, if somebody would have told me sooner, I could have maybe gotten a little ahead. Like, just simply asking myself, April, what do you want to feel in this area of your life? Not your entire life, because it's too complicated. Your life makes up your family relationships, your physical health, your mental health, emotional health, your intellectual health. But what do you want for each area of your life? And so that, for me, is where we find our freedom. When Harriet Tubman set out on her journey, she had one thing in mind: freedom. And she wanted to bring as many people as possible to that place. All of us that's sitting in this space, we are the Harriet Tubmans of our generation, because we got one thing on our mind: to help someone suffer less, because we know what the pain and agony feels like when you're in the deeps of it and in the depths of it and you don't know what to do. So as we lay forth this freedom trail for people to get on, I want everyone to know, one, be gracious to yourself, because there's a lot going on inside of you every single day. And you have to go piece by piece. It is not a listen to a podcast, listen to a YouTube, listen to a sermon, read a scripture, wake up, everything feels good. You need that over and over and over every day in different levels from different messengers, from different people listening to different stories. And I am over this whole let me post a 2 minute reel as if people are going to be able to solve all the problems of their life. No, this fight is not for the faint at heart. And this fight is for everyone because whether you like Sarah, who went through what she went through with loss and grief, and Kelly and Jeremy, we all have lost someone or something and it sucks and we want it back, or we want to figure out how can we keep going in the absence of it. So you have to keep fighting. And when you look at the seat that you're sitting in, whether that seat is a seat of loss, a seat of depression, a seat of sadness, I offer up that one question: what do you want? And I can say that now, knowing when you're in the thick of depression, you don't want shit. You want like to go to sleep. You want to like go under a rock. You want the pain to go away. And that's not what you want. What you want is to be free from the pain and the suffering and the agony. But I invite everyone to ask themselves, if I could get what I want, what would it be? Because what that does is that allows you to peek through the blanket of depression and darkness and be like, you know what? Even if I could, I just want to be happy. I just want to have a job that I want to go to. I just want somebody to think about me and call me every now and then and see how I'm doing. I just want to really crave food that serves my body well versus comfort and emotional eating. So in this fight, start with that single question: what do you want, regardless of the seat that you're sitting in? And when I asked myself that question after realizing I needed to go piece by piece, what I wanted was to not feel the pain that I felt when I got that knock on the door and two men in uniform came to tell me, quote, April, Sergeant Lewis, we're here to tell you that your husband got killed in Iraq. Your husband was killed in action. What I wanted, to not feel my heart stop beating, to not feel all the survivor's guilt that I was feeling, to not feel thinking about that last conversation he and I had. I did not want to feel that, but I was trying to create from what I didn't want to feel versus what I wanted to feel. I was trying to create from the pain versus the opposite of the pain, which was joy. So as I went piece by piece to find my peace, what I really wanted first and foremost was to even get up and to look forward to the day ahead. So I made that my first goal. April, get up out the bed. And that sounds good because it would seem like, oh, I just woke up. This was months and months of trying to get myself to just get out of bed. Like really get out of bed and start a new day. My first goal after hearing that message, after losing my husband, after realizing what that word depression really meant, my first and only goal was to get out of bed. So it's not this grandiose thing: start a business, start a mental health practice, save the world. No, 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 no. For me, a sister just needed to get out of bed and not get back in it. So I had to keep it simple. Once I got out of bed and I would make the bed, what I would tell myself was, you made it through the night, even though you see the tear stains on your pillow. God did not take you. So there's still a reason that you need to be here. And thirdly, anything is possible because you're at the start of the day. And I just kept repeating that cycle to this day from 2006 now. My greatest win every day is getting out of the bed, turning around, making the bed, and telling myself it's nothing but opportunity to head. So as people go through the fight and we continue to serve these people, I want to remind us to help to remind them that it's the little things that we have to keep doing every day because healing is 100% a journey. We're all still in this fight. None of us, even as a mental health practitioner, as a keynote speaker, as a coach, I am not talking from a place of, oh, I arrived, I can help you. I am talking from a place of, if you look at me, you can see that God is still gracious. If you look at me, you can see that you can still do it. If you look at me, you can see that we're all still in this together. And what we have to do, and what I, again, invite everyone to do, is to take it piece by piece, PIECE, to find your peace. And that peace that you're looking for is by that simple question: if I could, what do I really want? And then allow the blanket of darkness to be lifted. Find a dream that actually matters to you and keep walking towards that every day with every little bit of energy you got. And then, and only then, can you see every little step that I make towards that thing, I'm getting better. And even if I fall back, it's okay because I got my eye on the prize, no matter what that prize is. So I'm wishing everyone so much peace and so much joy and so much healing in this season. And it's an absolute honor to be of service to you.